Hi everyone, I'm coming on to do a quick embellishment tutorial. It is this little tree hanging and it's so simple to make. I actually made, wait to see if I can find her. I actually made this one yesterday and I loved it. Really, really loved it. And I thought I want to make more of these for my Christmas tree this year. Um, I'm spending Christmas at home this year, which is the first time in a few years. So I'm going to be putting up my own Christmas tree and decorating it myself. And our Santa stage has kind of passed. The wee one is now 11, nearly, and he no longer believes in Santa. So we have decided that we're not going over the top this year. Normally, I have all my um, candy canes and all that sort of stuff. Oh, excuse me, on my tree, but I'm going to keep it really understated this year. So I'm going for silver and black, and I decided to make this morning to go on my tree. This one I'll gift to my mum and dad for their tree, and I'll make them another couple so they're not on their own. But this one is double-sided. Oops, it's actually still damp. The rhinestones might not be set properly yet, but I think it's just really, really beautiful. And I was brought up a practicing Catholic, and I do still think Christmas is very spiritual. As much as I don't attend church anymore, both my kids were still brought up RC, and I still believe in a lot of the morals. And I think the gesture of the nativity, with welcoming the baby and travelling far and wide to send gifts to the baby, is just a beautiful sentiment, and that's what I wanted to celebrate this year. So that was why I chose this image. Just set that aside. So I have punched out quite a few of these images. Um, I've been using my Stampin' Up 2-inch punch. That way maybe for you. Yeah, 2-inch punch. And it's just a nice size for a Christmas bauble. It's not going to be over the top and domineering over the tree, but it's going to be seen. So now you could do these rhine. Oh, there we go. There's one slipped off. I'm just going to put that back on before it all sets. You could put the rhinestones on using what do we call them? Oh, come on, you. Using gemstones if you wished. You could use glitters. You don't have to use rhinestones. The only reason I have used it is because I love the shimmer and the sheen it will give when I have got my lights on the tree, when the rhinestones reflect off it. Come on, you. Just unblocked you. This is just going to annoy me now. That's better. It doesn't actually take a lot to stick it down, but you do need a wee bit. So, going to get on and put these together now. So, you need a scrap bit of card. And I'm just going to cut. It's got to be big enough to go round your image, because we're going to need to stick with rhinestones to that. Right, so first of all, we want to add our ribbon. So I've got some black ribbon here, because as I said, that's the colour that I'm decorating my tree this year. I have got some thick red line tape that is super sticky, and for quickness I'm just using that. So I'm just taking a bit off, put down my ribbon where I want it, roughly. There's fine. Oops. Back over here. Thank you. And just, oops. Maybe turn it that way would be helpful. There we go. Just stick that down there. Okay. And I'm just burnishing over the top of it to make sure it's stuck down well. Peel back my backing. Take my image and just go around it with some wet adhesive. You could use hot glue, you could use double-sided tape, you could use a tape runner, whatever you wish. I just think wet glue gives you a longer hold. It doesn't tend to fall apart on you. And we just put that down right over the top. And you will see here that there's a little bit of tape showing, but your rhinestones are going to go over that, so it's not a problem. Okay. So that's that part done. Now we need to add the rhinestones. So I'm just going to give it a rough measurement of how much I need, so I can trim off what I don't need. And I put my rhinestones close together. I close them over. If you want to use less, open them up so that they're at their widest point, and you'll obviously you'll use less chain. But I like the sparkle, and I don't mind using that little bit extra to get that effect. So I'm just going round to make sure I've got plenty of chain there. Keep it close up to the image, and you actually have got a tiny wee rim round it because it's at a different level. You have got that tiny wee amount of leveling on it. Lift it up. And then we'll come round here. Oops. I actually think we're pretty neat with this, if I'm honest. Perfect. So, what we're going to do is just start here. And all I'm going to do is just add small amounts. Come on, I've just unblocked you a minute ago. Don't block up on me again. Urgh. It's getting to the stage I'm going to need to open it up and clean it out, I think. There we go. But you're just putting a tiny amount round, okay? and I'll show you once I'm near the end so that you can see it properly. And then all you're doing is pushing your rhinestone up to the image and up to the adhesive and squidging it into it. There we go. Then we'll just loosen that bit off and put the next part in. And do the same again. And the reason I'm saying do small sections at a time is because, believe it or not, Glossy Accents is actually quite a fast drying glue, especially if you're only using a little bit of it at a time. It doesn't take long. So rather than do a fair bit and then realise that your glue's dried and you've wasted it, save yourself the hassle. Then all we do is just pick back another bit and just add another wee bit of glue. And just do the same again. And my hands are very shaky today, so it's not actually the best tutorial for me to be doing, but I wanted to share it with you because you could do these with kids' photos for grandparents or for aunts or uncles, especially if there's family abroad. Might be a bit late right enough to be sending, but for folk that don't see the kids very often, they would be a lovely wee embellishment for their Christmas tree. To just remind them that they're not that far away. Or the other thing is, if you have recently lost a family member, a mum or a dad or a grandparent, this could be a nice way of a little memorial for their Christmas tree so that they're remembered, because the first year is the absolute hardest to cope with, and that's from personal experience. It's really, really difficult the first year. So anything that can help you to get by that stage is a bonus. Right, and I'm a tiny little bit short, so I am going to grab another roll of that. Let me find one. I need to find the same width. I think this is the same one. Yep, so I'm going to just cut two off that. And we're just placing it in there. Oops, it is a... Come on, you, in you go. You can go back a wee bit there. There's a wee bit of playroom here. And that can slide in there. There we go. That's perfect. So you're left with that. Which is stunning. Then I'm just going to show you quickly what to do. Is you're just going round and you're cutting just up to the rhinestones. Okay. You should probably wait until it's dry, but for the video I'm rushing ahead with it and trying to show you a little bit faster. Just pull that over a minute till I can get in there. And we're coming round here a little bit. There we are. So I'm just straightening up that top part. It looks a bit skewy because I've cut it. And you've got that, alright? So then all you're going to do is just turn it over. Take your second image, glue the back, and these don't need to be identical mirror images because you're either going to see the front or the back. You're not going to see both sides at the same time. And place that on. Remembering to leave yourself a little bit of space round the image. Okay, I'm going to turn it over just now because obviously mine is still damp and I don't want to press down on my rhinestones or they'll fall off. But you've got that, and you can see there's a narrow space round to start again with adding your rhinestones. Okay, so I'm just going to show you quickly. I'll do a small section so you can see it, and then once it's dry I'll finish it off. But all you're going to do is start again and just, in fact that's slightly over to one side too much. I'm just going to, if I can, lift it. There we go. I'll put down just more glue on there. I just noticed that there was quite a big space issue up this end, which would have looked silly. So I'm just going to try and line that up again a bit better. That seems a bit better. Turn it over and I'm just pressing down to make sure it's stuck properly. Right. And then all we're doing is just adding our glossy accents around the side. Come on. Oh. I'll open this up once I'm finished filming. In fact, I'll go around there another wee bit. But just so you can see how much I'm using with the glossy accents, there isn't a lot on there. Okay, and then you just place your, whoops, that way, your rhinestones on, join them close together, and if it's easier for you, cut your rhinestones. You don't have to do it in one big long chain like I did on the other side. I just find it easier doing it that way, if I'm honest. But do whatever's easiest for you. Oops, on you go. Like that. Okay. And you just continue that round until you've got the exact same on both sides. And at the side, that's the image you're going to get. You could darken those images, the edges, before you start gluing your adhesive down. You could, but honestly, for all that's there, it's not that much of an issue. I'll move that back a bit maybe. It's not that much of an issue. You could, even if you were really annoyed with things like that, take, let me see what I've got here. Not sure if I've got the one that I wanted. No, I might have some here actually. that would do. Just wait to see what I've got there. You could probably go round with something like that. I'll actually do it on my dry one so you can see it better. But you could go round with, these aren't the right scissors either, but it's just so you can get a wee idea of what I mean. If that side part is going to annoy you, just cut that off there. Come on, behave. There we go. So if that side part does annoy you, you could go round with the rhinestone trim on that angle, and that'll give you another kind of sparkly bit. Or you could use the silver. I'm trying to see what other ones I've got there. I've got quite a few different colours. There's the purple that you could go round if that was going to bug you. As I said, it doesn't bother me in the slightest, but it is there and it is doable to go round the side with that. And it's just one strip, but you would need, I'm trying to see if I've got a strip cut. I could show you what I mean. Oh, la-di-da. What did I do with that strip I had? Did I put it in that jar? Nope. Don't know what I've done with it. No, I've no idea what I've done with it. But as I said, they are easy to alter round about them. I mean, I've got the silver one there that actually would maybe be quite pretty. And obviously you would cut this a lot neater than what I'm doing to make sure none of the threads were shown. But you could easily go around there with that. And as I said, it would look a little bit more finished, perhaps. So it's totally up to you. But I just thought they were a lovely embellishment that aren't too costly. I mean, it's just, I've used the 300 GSM cardstock because that's what I buy. But they're just lovely. And if you wanted to make them extra special, add your glossy accents over the top of the picture once it's dried properly, and you will have it lasting for years and years and years. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I hope that you've enjoyed that tutorial. Bye for now.